We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks Real Talk, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars of b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see y'all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cat lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our tempos like soldiers and train the planes, the Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. Say Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. Yo, salute everybody. Salute. What's good, man? Knicks Real Talk. The recap, man. Divine Shot Powers. Knicks. Go over the recap for last night's game. Knicks took an L last night, ladies and gentlemen, 106 to 103. We're gonna break all that stuff down. Talk about all the nuances of the game and all that good stuff. But you know what? Disappointing game. But we lived to fight another day. That's why it's always good to have best of 7. But a little disappointed. We're gonna talk about all that, man. We're gonna get Shot Powers in the building. We're gonna break this thing down, man. So salute everybody out there, man. I know y'all not feeling real good right now. Understandable. Tough loss last night. So let's see if we can kind of let a day go by and cooler heads prevail. And we just hope that our guys go out there tomorrow night and get a victory. But let me bring my partner in the building, Shot Powers. What's up, my man?
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. Shot said, why do you wear those glasses for? I can see.
So I'm trying to get to the chat so I can see the chat. Oh, there we go. All right. Take them off.
Yo, salute to the chat, man. Queen Darlene was good. Nostalgic was good. Daniel J. Cholder, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody where y'all streaming from and all that good stuff. Twitter, Instagram, wherever you guys getting it in from, man. Thank y'all for coming in. But Shot Power. Tough game last night. Knicks had a home chance to close the series out. In this thing 4-1. But it seemed like obviously Detroit Pistons wanted a little more. And they were scrapping. We played too as well. You know what the bad thing about last night, ladies and gentlemen? It's not too much negative stuff they've been talking about. Obviously we didn't shoot good from the field, 43%. You can't shoot out of 90 times. You shoot 90 times, only make 39 of them. And that's tough. You know what I mean? But they didn't shoot the ball as well neither. But tight games the whole series. 90s, 106, 103, 94, 93, 118, 116, 194, 123, 112. It was a tough loss, man. It just was tough, man. Queen Darlene, I agree with you, man. I was more just disappointed because I just wanted it for the fan base. That's what I really want that game for. I wanted it for the fans, man. Because we was hyped, we was amped. We always try to be amped, but I thought the Knicks were gonna close that out last night, man. And for some reason, Detroit had a different mindset. They said y'all done beat us 2 games in a row at our place. We need to get one back. And you got to get them credit, man. They've been scrapping, man. Them dudes are scrappy dudes over there. They out there going hard and they ain't giving up. And I think you got to give them their flowers for that. You know what I mean? Shot Power. But other than that, man, just disappointing. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly it right there, Divine. It was a disappointing loss. And what makes it even more disappointing is what we lost by. You know what I mean? Now you start pointing fingers. You know what I mean? It ain't like we got blown out. Ain't like they had beat us 123 to 101 or nothing like that. We lost by 3 stinking points. So now you got to start pointing fingers. Now you hear all the people pointing fingers, saying, if he would have did this one would have did this, if this one did this. Hey, it fell down and a loss. You know what I mean? We are up right now. That is the best thing about everything that we're talking about right now, that we are up. We have a chance in the next 2 games to complete the series. We wanted to win in New York because of all the reasons that was all out there. We haven't done this in 20-something years, and since the 30-some years, since I think it was 99. About 20-some years we ain't done this to win a game at home. And I mean, even last year when we won against Philadelphia, we won away. You know what I mean? So that's what makes it hurt. But, you know, we live to fight another day. You know what I mean? From this game here, we can propel the team into greater things, I hope.
Yeah, real talk. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy too, man. We kind of wasted. I don't want to say we wasted. That'd be the wrong word to use. We didn't take a advantage of Mitchell Robinson probably playing his best game of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Double.
You can say we wasted that. You can say it, Divine. We did. I feel that way.
Yeah. The other opportunity that we we could have had, man. And he played a good game, man. He had a good game. But ladies and gentlemen, I think our bench is killing us, man. Right now, Deuce is Shamit and Tamman not even playing, so I can't blame it on him. But Campaign and Deuce, they got to give it to us, ladies and gentlemen. They got to come give it to us, man. They ain't giving it to us. It's tough when you need your bench because 5 guys can't beat a whole 15-man roster. But them guys definitely got to come to play, man. We haven't had them guys get over 10 points. It seems like since Cam had that game, that 14-point game. He had some substantial minutes last time. We could go over the minutes and everything in a few, but I just thought them guys need to perform a little better. But it is what it is. We can throw all the variables out there. At the end of the day, it's an L, not a W. So we gotta hope we be better tomorrow, man. We need our offense to get going. And I really mean that. So, if not, man, we're going to have the pressure coming home on Saturday for Game 7 with the pressure on us. And listen, this whole series has been well played and well coached. I mean, like I said, it's a miss or make league. I can't say that enough. This is a miss or make league. If you miss, you make your shots, you win because the other team ain't making them. That's how it goes. So it's a miss and make league, man. Like I said, our big dog didn't come and play like they normally did the last couple of games. Remember, Brunson had 4 games in a row, 30 points. Cat had a 30-point game, 27-point game, 23-point game. Well, the Cats didn't give us that last night, ladies and gentlemen. That's really what it all boiled down to. We didn't have a game that we needed from our big dogs because our other guys are not playing well. I mean, like I said, the bench is not playing well. So I think Anunoby played a good half, man, a good 3. He had a really good game going. And I just think the guys wanted a little bit more than we did. And I think that's what it is. So, it is what it is, man. L is disappointing no matter which way it comes. It's just disappointing. You don't want to lose no time of the year. You don't want to lose no time of the year. I don't care if it's in the regular season or the playoffs. You don't want to lose. There's a bitter taste of leaving your mouth. Then we have to point out all the things that we don't want to point out. But being that we always got to stay objective with this stuff. And like we say, if you don't bring your A game, you get your ass kicked. That's how objective I am. I don't have to go through all the variables. If you don't bring your A game, you get your ass kicked. So that means that if you win, you play good, you win. If you don't play good, you lose. That's the objectiveness for me. So I keep it simple. And last night, my objective to this whole thing was the Knicks did not shoot that ball well. They lost the game. There you go. That go your to be fair side on both sides. Positive I am, my own negative exists, and the negative things is the cons. And the cons, we had some cons in the game last night. And then and the pro didn't outweigh them. So there you go. Shop out. We just got to keep it moving.
That is a fact. And salute to Nick Yak. I think he said in the thing that everybody is blaming Tom Thibodeau for the performance that Cat and Jalen put out last night. Yeah. Why? These guys that didn't come, we hope for one of the guys to be on. You know what I mean? Because even with one of them being on, we could surge. You know what I mean? We could get other guys energetic. Both of them was out last night. Nobody on the New York Knicks, if I'm not mistaken, scored 20 points last night. Mm-hmm. And I mean, everybody shooting percentage last night was damn near even. 18, 14, 17, numbers like that. They all took about a fair number of shots evenly. No one could get hot off of the shots they were making. So, what you gonna say? You know what I mean? What you gonna say? We couldn't get everybody to perform in the starting unit. Not saying that they did perform because they still got to 100 points. We needed help. And this is one of the things that I've noticed when, all right, I hate to go along with it, but excuse me, Divine. I understand sometimes when Knicks fans talk about the minutes that the Knicks used to play in the early part of the season. The reason why, in my opinion, the reason why Tom Thibodeau played these guys so many minutes because look at what the bench has done. You know what I mean? They came out some games and really performed well. But right now in these last couple of games, when we really needed the bench to step up, how many times can you talk about Deuce stepped up? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to down Deuce, but how many times can you say that? You could say that one time about Payne. He came out, it felt like he scored 35 points. He only scored like 11, 12, 13 points, something like that, 14 points. I mean, so we really needed the bench to help step up because now the minutes, let me stop running on. We'll go into the minutes and all that stuff in a second.
Yeah. Like Jay Chosen said, we beat ourselves. We said 1,000 times. And we get into the stats, right? Matter of fact, we do it now. Get out the way because it's just tough, man. To lose games like that when you know you're supposed to beat these, like you're supposed to win that game. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It is what it is, man. We take L's, we keep it moving. We Knicks damn sure beat themselves last night. And we just got to be a little bit more efficient on the offense side of the ball. But we definitely got to get like Deuce McBride had 22 minutes last night, 4 points. Come on.
Facts.
Come on. And the reason why I say that because Mitchell Robinson had the same amount of minutes and he had 13 and 11. You know what I mean? Campaign, 2 points in 12 minutes. Come on, y'all got to give us we need y'all help. You know what I mean? But for real. So let's get over the stats right quick, man. Get this thing out the way. We have some more thoughts on this thing. And because they're definitely not a good taste, ladies and gentlemen. It feels bitter. It tastes bitter. Sour cream. Real talk. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look over this thing right quick and let's talk about it because we want our boy to be a little bit more better. But real quick, let's go over the statistics right quick. Here you go right here. Let me get that up. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit, 26 for 36 from the charity stripe, 72%. Ladies and gentlemen, that's where we lost the game at. 59% from the free throw line, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Thibodeau ain't shooting them motherfuckers. He ain't shooting them 16 for 27. Jalen Brunson missing foul shots. I can understand Mitch missing, but he better than everybody. But 59%, ladies and gentlemen. We high 80. We were up in the 80s in the season. That's where the game is being lost right there. The foul, the charity stripe there, 1, and the 3-point line, 36. But listen, the field goal percentage, 43 and 39 out of 90 shots, you hit 39. Come on, you got to give me 45. You got to give me 50, not 39. You know what I mean? Come on. So we rebounded the ball real well last night. We rebounded pretty good. Did that 49 rebound.
That's hurt it.
Yeah, but you can tell the assist numbers hurt 19. We averaged 27. And that's a different shot power. You don't make shots because the reason why you got 19 assists, you missed so many shots that them passes that they was getting for them shots, they don't become assists because they're not knocking down the shots.
Not making them, right. Right. Yeah, so you're not getting assists. Exactly.
You're not getting assists. Yeah, the ball is moving. I mean, listen, they shot 90 times. You shot 90 times and you only got 19 assists. 90 times, and 39 you made. So, you got to be better than that, man. That's where we at with that for last night. Turnovers 13, not bad with season average, 10 blocks, 27 fouls. They had control of that game for most of the time in the game in 33 minutes. It used to be opposite most of the series anyway, but we had more time in the league and they had less time in the league, but it didn't work out that way right now. Biggest lead, they had 10 out of 5. So, overall, we just did shoot well, man. That downtown 3 ball and didn't really work for us last night. So it is what it is. But let's look at the players real quick, ladies and gentlemen, from a Knicks perspective and them guys. Ladies and gentlemen, for the New York Knicks last night, Anunoby, 19, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Towns, 17. Mikal, 17. Brunson, 16. Josh Hart, 15. And them not bad numbers because a lot of them, they scored about the same thing. Yeah, they're not bad numbers, but we also know that, these two guys right here, but that's what's so disappointing because the numbers is not bad. I mean, yeah, granted, they didn't get their numbers, but a lot other guys got involved, but still think about it, to be honest with you, Shop Howard. This is Anunoby's numbers down there for the year.
Facts.
These are Bridges' numbers for the year.
Facts.
And Hart's number for the year. But
Facts.
these two, that's
Facts.
not their numbers. That's
not their numbers.
It's not their. Everybody, as you and Jay and everybody said, the celebrity players or whoever, they did their job. But our big two, we'll see how the percentage looks like. But ladies and gentlemen, keep on going down. Salute to Mitchell Robinson, 13 and 11, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Good job by him, man. But Deuce McBride, my brother, 22.4 points. We cannot have that. And Campaign, 12 minutes, 2 points. He seemed like he wasn't even in the game. It seemed like it felt to me last night, man. Even the minutes he had for Brunson, he didn't do anything. I mean, I'm not saying anything. He didn't do enough. And I think that was disappointing for them. For them guys over there, 24 for Cunningham, Sid Thompson. When he's another guy that I didn't see them numbers coming. But Harris, Schroeder, Beasley, Dorman, Hardaway. I mean, everybody chipped in, man. But right now, their bench is playing better than our bench. Because let's see who coming off their bench out there. Beasley had 10. So he scored other than Mitchell Robinson. Schroeder had 14. So they get some good production from guys that's on their bench for sure. And if you look at our numbers real quick from percentage of turnover, Anunoby field goal percentage 64. Towns 36. Way off. 36, 5 for 14. Way off. Mikal Bridges, good job, 44. Brunson, 25% from the floor. Way off, 4 for 16. There you go. That go right there. These two numbers right here. And you know what's crazy about it? I'm not mad at them, man. I just wish they would have did it that game because they've been carrying our ass the whole series. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at Cat and Brunson. I'm just mad that they
can be.
Yeah. Their energy ran that they didn't give us the game when we needed most, but they've been giving us these numbers. The other guys got all season, all series long. I meant to say so. Josh Hart 54% from the floor, Robinson 63, Medusa Bride 29%, Campaign 23%.
Do that.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. So between Cam, Deuce, Brunson, and Towns, that's hard to swallow. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But we take it for what it's worth, man. They just had an off night shooting, and I don't think it's done that them guys over there was doing. I really don't. I just think that they didn't hit them shots last night. That could be how late in the season it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? But we had to see how it goes. But what I did want to show y'all was my man, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Anunoby holding this two down, 35% field goals, 6 for 17. I mean, granted, that's not on him. Mikal too. But Sid Thompson, though, 80%. Harris, 46%. Schroeder, 46%. Doran, 50%. They did a good job on Hardaway last night. He wasn't hitting nothing. And Beasley shot poor, too. He ain't been hitting nothing. So our defense somewhat playing pretty good. These guys not scoring the ball well, but I got to get Anunoby props, man. He had an all-around good game yesterday. But Shot Power, I think that's got to be a little more to that than what they gave us on the offense. We had our big two didn't do what they did the last couple of games, but we still had opportunities to win. And when your 1A guys having a subpar game, but your other guys step up, you just wish you had a little more. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just just so happens that both of our big guys, Cat and Brunson, had off games because everybody else in the starting unit did what they're supposed to do. I said average numbers. I was talking about average numbers because I was thinking that Cat and Brunson would get around 27 to 35 points, both of them, but they underperformed. You know what I mean? And in essence, that's a fact. That ain't nothing like I'm saying no spin no hyperbole. They average in the season, you know what I mean, their season average was 24 and 26 or something like that. So they weren't even averaging that. So in essence, they didn't make that average.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. Yo, salute to the chat, man. Nick Yak, J, AP was good. Darren was good, man. See y'all got up in the building, man. Johnny Davis was good. Johnny D, my man, was good. Salute to everybody in the building. Queen Darlene, the whole chat, man. Like I said, I know it's a little somber a little bit, man. We're not feeling real good about what happened last night, but we just got to go there tomorrow and get it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not expecting nobody to feel good about last night. There's not too many Knicks fans. I'm gonna tell you how bad I knew last night was. This is real talk, ladies and gentlemen. So you know me after the game went off, so I fuck around went on X. There wasn't no Nick content on X. It's tough out. I'm looking for people to give me thoughts and ideas. Even the even negative X wasn't even popping last night. I like motherfuckers is mad, bro. You don't see nobody posting nothing. So I was like, yo, you know how you could tell a fan base is upset, man. You know what I mean? They hurt. We was hurt last night, man. Real talk. But it was funny to me. I'm like, man, I'm going to see what everybody talk about. Bubba wasn't posting nothing.
I knew it was a bad game. This how I know, like, all right, not every time, but majority when it's a bad game, like when it's a good game or a game that you want to listen about, I go right after the game. I watch the breakdown with Wally or with Pito or one of whoever's doing that part before Tibbs get on, and then I go right to YouTube. You know what I mean? When I don't want to hear nothing, I go to Netflix. I hit the Cody or whatever. I don't even go to YouTube until like I come home from work today. That's what I only do it through my job. I ain't check nothing. I ain't want to see nothing. So I knew it was gonna be like that. I do the same thing. Sometimes I go on right after the game, see what people posting, pictures and all this other stuff, and commentary. I ain't do none of that. I went right to I don't even want to say the movie, but I went right to Netflix and watched the flick and woke up to the screen after this. I didn't even go hit it. Yeah, man, I was pissed off.
It was crazy. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I'm gonna tell you what I know. It was like all of us Knicks fans like that was in our feelings. When I text Shaw Powell, he don't text me back. I know he got me heated. When I text Shaw I like that. I was mad at them.
I was tight, man. I was tight because over everything, man. And then then you start in your mind. That's why I don't go to Twitter, nothing. I just leave everything because then you start pointing fingers. This dude did this. I seen the game. I know what happened. I know Brunson didn't have a good game. I know Cat didn't have a good game. I know it was an option to foul or take that last timeout with Tom Thibodeau when Josh Hart and Brunson was on the sideline. I understand that, but we had players that was on the court that could score the basketball. It wasn't that we needed them. We wanted them in. We couldn't get them in because we didn't want to give up the foul because we were losing. So we give up a foul, give up points to get these guys in. That don't mean that they're going to come in here and score those points. You have to either wait for a turnover or wait for a steal or out of bounds play to get these guys in. Let's be realistic, Knicks fans. We did not want to give a foul up. We could have used the timeout. We could have, but we didn't. I mean, he didn't want to. He wanted, just in case. And we got it down by 3. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. But that's how I felt. You right, Devon. When you text me, because I was devastated too. I said, you mother, small guy. You couldn't hit a free throw. 459% free throw. Couldn't miss hitting free throws and couldn't get. Oh.
Yeah, bro. That's how I felt last night. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all about wins and losses. The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, ladies and gentlemen.
If you don't know that channel.
16 for 27 for the charity stripe. Then that could have been 20 for 27, and we lost by 3 instead of 16 for 27 for the charity stripe. Imagine that was 20 for 27. Or 20 for 23. I meant to say, excuse me, 20 for 23. Probably could have won the game. So it's tough, man. It really is, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. But tomorrow we got to go in there and get it tomorrow. We got to go back to Detroit, man, and go in Detroit tomorrow and go in there and get it popping. So I think we got to respond. We got to respond pretty well tomorrow, man. We've been responding all year. And listen, we beat them 2. That's what made it so disappointed to me. Like, we beat them 2 games in a row at home on their home court. Regardless of how we won. And to come home and lose that game, that's what make it a little tough. But it is what it is, man. We really get it. Get it going, man. We'll be fine. I really do, man. I think our guys going to respond. That's what they do. I don't think Brunson going to have 17 points tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I think these cats go out there and get it popping, man. Real talk, and we leave it there, man. Everything. Well, other than that, man, Shop Power, the atmosphere was lit though, lit atmosphere. But you know, it is what it is, man. We live to fight another day. But listen, man, we ain't gonna stand long, ladies and gentlemen, and we get it popping tomorrow. I mean, real talk. We just wanted to get in, let you know, we hey, listen, we don't duck the smoke. We 82 gamers. We here for the fan base. You know what I mean? We always gotta come in and represent for the fan base, and you know, and all that good stuff. So, and Jay, we see you tomorrow, man. We about to get off. That's all I'm not opening up today because we about to get off in a few minutes. We just want to come in here and have a quick little recap, man, about this thing, man, and let y'all know that we still feel good about this thing, and I still feel good about the Knicks closing it out tomorrow. Let's just hope that you know, we can go out there and play a different game tomorrow, Shop Power.
Yeah, I mean, you know, overall, we are still up, and we still do have 2 more games, you know, if it comes down to it. So that is what we have to look forward to. Yeah, that was a hurtful game last night. That was a disappointing game. That was all that in a nutshell, a bag of chips and a soda with a straw in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? With the cap, you put the cap over, put the straw, bend the straw. Anyway, that's how that was last night. So we live to fight another day, man. It was, you know, want to say whatever you want to say about what the Knicks did last night. You valid to say that last night because they lost. And it could fall right into the of whatever they lost for. I mean, and the one great thing that I've seen last night though is but Kel, OG, and Josh Hart they still can score the basketball when they need to. And if we can get Cat or Brunson with Deuce or Payne to step up, you know what I mean, just a little bit. You know what I mean? The points that I was talking about last night, I was talking 4 points for Payne. I was talking 7 points for Deuce. I was talking 8 points for Mitch. You know what I mean? That's what I was talking. I wasn't like I was talking those super phenomenal numbers. You know what I mean? But we can't get 7 points from Payne. You know what I mean? So that you know what I mean? Not saying we can, we did, we haven't. You know what I mean? Since the first game. So those things, you know, leave a bad taste in your mouth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I like you said, I was pissed. I'm still a little tight, but I know this is the New York Knicks, and we don't do nothing easy. We don't do nothing easy. Last year we had the same thing happen when we was playing, if I'm not mistaken, Philadelphia. We had the chance, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the game that do with the Braves. Oh my gosh, Philadelphia. Who's they shooting guard? Maxey. Yeah, Maxey went full on us. You know what I mean? So it happens. You know what I mean? Now we just gotta, get together, reform a plan, reformulate, get things back to in full effect, and take it on tomorrow. You know what I mean? And let's not take it to the 7th game. I mean, I didn't even want it to go 6, but I did. I thought it would go 6 just because, in my opinion, I thought Orlando was at least going to get 2 games out of Boston. But and they had them last night too. I think they had them by halftime. They were up, and these guys ended up beating about 40 or something, 30 or something. So let's just get to the next game, finish it out, and I mean, it'll just speed us up closer to Saturday to see Knicks against Boston.
Yeah, real talk, man. I think we come out to play tomorrow. I know. See, the good thing about this thing for the Knicks, the pressure is not on us tomorrow because we know we got a game at home. So I think them cats will come out and play their hardest like they did. We just got to be ready for it. The games we won, we scored 123, we scored 118, and we scored 94. But the games we lost, we only scored
100.
Yeah, 100. No, that one game we were 94. We scored 103 last night. So if you round that out average wise, in 2 games, we only scoring 90, but 90.95, 99 points a game, something like that, whatever. So that's way under our season average, ladies and gentlemen. We got to find a way to solve that problem. With the way they play in defense. So I think hopefully all day we set our butt in there and hopefully Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson wasn't two series of an injury. Hopefully they play tomorrow. And we looked at some film, man, because we right there in these games. But I'll tell you what, though, Shot Power, before we get off right quick, that deep motherfucker 3 that Cat hit to keep us in that game, that motherfucker. I was like, he shoot that shit from Detroit. He in the Garden. I was like, man, that was a big shot. You know what I mean? Ananobi's shot was big. I don't know how he got that off, but he got it off. It got us to that point where when they tapped that ball out, the miscommunication of you got if they can't make the shot. So whoever was on the wing, let me see, Cat and Mitchell Robinson obviously were there rebounding. So Brunson and McHale or whoever was in there, and Ananobi them need to be out there. I think Deuce was in, so I think somebody was out. I think Brunson, I can't remember who it was, but them two guys need to be on that 3-point line. That's the only shot you could have took last night. So you shouldn't have been nowhere inside that 3-point line when Deuce and Brown were trying to miss that shot intentionally. Somebody should have been out on that 3-point line, whether they got the ball or not. But you should have been out there because when they tapped the ball out, they might not even been there anyway. But still, you got to be behind that 3-point line because that's the only shot. You didn't even have no time for somebody to grab it and throw it to you. So when he made a good tap by Mr. Roberts, he got that shit right out there too, right where he needed it at. Nobody was there. And the way we was knocking them down at that 20, because like I said, the 2 big shots they hit could have made a difference. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we good, man. We good. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll make it brief and early tonight, man. Like I said, not too many people really feeling the vibe tonight. I understand, man. Rightfully so, man, because we took everybody feel a little bitter tonight, man. It's understandable. We all Knicks fans. Even if we feel Tibbs had a bad game, let's say, you know what, Tibbs had a bad game. If Russell had a bad game, he had a bad game. If Townsend didn't have a good game, and Deuce and them, well, that's the truth. So, and nobody's never wrong over here, whether we say, the opinions are some kind of opinions different. Ain't nobody wrong. And we need Tibbs and we need the whole team to be better tomorrow night. Shot Power. Let's go ahead and get this thing, man. Let's get this thing over with so we can see Boston next week, man. I believe in this team, man. They've been resilient all year. I don't think nothing's gonna change now. But we do need our bench to step up, ladies and gentlemen. If our bench don't come to play, even if we get past these dudes, if our bench don't come to play, it ain't gonna happen in Boston. It ain't gonna happen. So we gotta hope our guys have some time off. That's why I love for them to win tomorrow, so they can try to figure this out until the second round with Shot Powers. But listen, give me a last word, my brother. We get up out of here though.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be on. You know what I mean? We just needed to get out here and touch base too. You know what I mean? And talk to y'all. You know what I mean? Don't jump off the ledge yet. You know what I mean? Salute to Ron. Don't jump out the window or nothing like that yet. We still are up in this series, and we still got 2 shots at getting to the next round. So let's not go bury ourselves under the ground or something like that, or go into the landmine hole or something like that. Let's not go there yet. You know what I mean? We still got a chance, and I think tomorrow Knicks are a very good bounce back team. With that being said, see y'all guys tomorrow. Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. Thank everybody for coming in, man. Real talk, man. Listen, it's Knicks against everybody, man. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be all right tomorrow. That close game, ladies and gentlemen, like a couple of shots here and there, man. Would have been different. We would have been singing joy. We wouldn't be talking about Tibbs or nothing. If we hit our free throws last night, we might not be talking about all this stuff. But being that we didn't hit our free throws last night, we only shot 43% from the floor. We talking about it, so it's all good. Thank y'all for coming in, man. Real talk, man. Y'all take care of yourself tonight, man. We'll be in tomorrow. We'll be in Detroit. That game really be going down. Let me give y'all the proper time. I don't want to mislead nobody. The game tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, in Detroit is at 7:30. So we'll be on at 6:30 tomorrow. Hopefully we be feeling good about ourselves. Hope that everybody else be feeling good about the Knicks, man. We got to go ahead and win this thing tomorrow. Until then, Divine, Shot Power, the chat. Thank y'all for coming in, man. Hit that like, subscribe for your boys. I know probably everybody here already done it already, man. We appreciate everything y'all do for us and all that good stuff. But until then, man, we will see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all lock in and get in. We'll be here doing our thing, man. Knicks Real Talk, Divine, Shot Powers. We out. Peace to the chat, man. We see y'all, man. Peace. We about to hit you with the recap like Aaron Judge with a bat, because we touching on facts, and plus we up in these hats. It's Knicks real talking, we cut from a different cloth. We cook a Nick broth with a different sauce. We bubble like a hot pot in the kitchen. We dripping on the surface, spitting verses with these bars and b-ball. Cause no matter how far the stars, we see all like a telescope. You can tell it's dope by the way we unveil these news and notes. Check the box score, a top score, knocking down shots. Plus we got a lock for 48 minutes, putting on the clinic. The cap lieutenant, they entered the winner. The game is over. We trooping in our temples like soldiers and trains the planes, the Range Rover. I'm getting up and over the list. We on the BQE and we maneuvering swift. This ain't Tokyo, but you know we can drift. Cause the pokey be on the low, so you know our flow had to shift. We about to be out in a few. No doubt next time we see you to be on a game preview. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride. It's Knicks Real Talk and we a vibe. We get it poppin' every day and every night. We on that Knicks shit and you know we about to vibe. So let's ride. So let's ride.